Motivated every day. Happy Thorough Thursday, champions. I want to talk about the performance leak that nobody puts on their quarterly review, but it's costing entrepreneurs, it's costing contractors and professionals more money, more opportunity, and more health than almost any other single factor. It's not a strategy problem, champions. It is not a marketing problem. It is not a time management problem. It is a nervous system dysregulation issue. And it is running the show for most high achieving people without them ever putting a name to it, ever recognizing it. Here's what it looks like in real life. A client gives you feedback that triggers a 3-day emotional spiral. A colleague's comment in a meeting lands differently than it was intended, and you spend the rest of the day distracted by the replay of that offensive comment. A financial setback hits you, and instead of a strategic response, you get a reactive decision making, decisions that are made from fear and adrenaline that you would never make from a calm, regulated state. An opportunity arises, and instead of a clear assessment, champions, you feel overwhelmed because your nervous system is already running at a high capacity, 85%, before the day even starts. So the deep mindset root here is this. Most of us were never taught the difference between a feeling and a fact, between a nervous system response and a strategic signal, champions. See, when your body goes into sympathetic overdrive, fight, flight, freeze, it feels exactly like it's important information. It feels like urgency. It feels like you need to act right now. But most of the time, champions, it is just your nervous system pattern matching to an old threat that is no longer even relevant. And every herb in the world taken on top of an unregulated nervous system produces diluted results, champion. Why? Because your biology is busy running emergency protocols, not building and restoring, champion. So here is a technique to overcome that. And this is clinical, not some woo-woo-woo. When you feel the activation spike, the tightening, the reactivity, the urge to respond immediately, implement a 90-second physiological pause before any response or decision. In fact, research by a neuroscientist named Dr. Jill Taylor established that the neurochemical signature of emotional response moves through the body in approximately 90 seconds. So if you do not feed it with a narrative, it moves through you. So here's what you do. Breathe slowly. Feel the sensation as it moves through you, right? Let that wave pass and then respond from a regulated state, champions. And practice consistently. This single technique changes your decision quality, your relationship qualities, and your output quality in ways that no supplement can ever replicate alone by itself. I have improved my relationships with the people that are most important in my life, with my business relationships, and my life has changed tremendously with this one 90-second technique. Now, the herb has a regulated system to work through because there's regulation there now. There's a level of calm, angelica root, known as Dong Huai, the queen of feminine herbs in traditional Chinese medicine, not a gender designation, champs. It's a quality of intelligence designation. The receptive, the integrative, the holistic awareness that perceives the whole rather than just the parts, right? Clinically, let's break it down. Ferulic acid with powerful anti-inflammatory antioxidant activity. They're phytoestrogens. It modulates the hormonal balance adaptively in real time. Polysaccharides that modulate and help the natural killer cells with their immune function so that they're operating strongly. Quercetin comes in, and that compound helps to improve your body's blood circulation. And critically, for the nervous system's health, a significant reduction of the inflammatory markers that are elevated by chronic stress and, yes, dysregulation. Now, your physician can run an inflammatory panel, CRP, IL-6, cortisol awakening response that shows the data that you need in the physiological cost of chronic nervous system dysregulation. And champions, when you see those numbers, the 90-second pause technique stops being a nice idea and becomes a biological imperative. Angelica root becomes part of your anti-inflammatory protocol, your toolkit. The mindset work becomes a measurable, trackable, and confirmable. See, that is the motivated everyday difference, champions. Every piece connects to others and to your physician's data so that you can get the best of your life at its highest, greatest potential to enjoy the premium lifestyle. The strongest performers in any field are not the ones who feel no emotion, champs. They're the ones whose nervous system recover the fastest. That's what the deal is. Regulated doses does not mean flat. See, when you're regulated, it doesn't mean you don't have any emotions, you don't have any feelings. It means that you feel everything fully and return to the baseline quickly so that your next decision is made from clarity, a place of focus, not from the residue of the last emotional hit. See, that recovery speed, champions, is definitely trainable. I did it. That is your competitive advantage. And it is available to you starting with this cup and this practice today. Alignment is the key. Motivation is the motion. The premium lifestyle is the result. Stay motivated every day. Thus.